Hello, everyone. We are back with our celebrity guests, the Fleok. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Leo.
I'm Murat.
I'm Gui.
I'm Carlos.
We are the Fleok.
Awesome. We've heard there's a few ways to pronounce it. So, how do each of you pronounce the band name?
Well, I just said the Fleok.
I'll go with Fleok too.
I usually go with the Fleok as well.
The Fleok.
Awesome. We've got some variation, I see. So let's get into it. So, basics. How did you guys come to be? How did the band form?
I guess I can start a bit. This started with me writing a bunch of my own personal music and sort of coming up with ideas, and then slowly over time I met all of these gents, and we started playing together, and band kind of came together over last semester, and we've been playing a lot of shows around campus since then.
Awesome. And so, with the sound and the music, are there particular inspirations or musical influences you guys have?
Yeah, I think we should all talk on this one. For me, from the writing side, very much some of the 60s and 70s rocks, like Iggy Pop, Rolling Stones, a lot of later punk rock as well. Those are my big influences. For newer bands like Backseat Lovers, The Strokes. But these guys all listen to great music, and it has an impact. So
Yeah, I was gonna say the Strokes, but I also listen to a lot of R&B and stuff like Omar Apollo. And,
Love Omar Apollo.
yeah, along those lines. And Yusuf Days, great drummer.
Yeah.
You guys can just pass.
Yeah. Like
Alright,
that.
I feel
Pass it, yeah.
On the guitar side, a lot of 70s, 80s rock, Steely Dan, Toto, the classics, and then a lot of John Mayer recently.
Yeah, I grew up playing punk rock, like Green Day and stuff. And then now I think I've been really into jazz. I'm in the jazz program here. So kind of, and then also, all the stuff that they mentioned, like a lot of the indie rock stuff goes with this music a lot. So I think it's a lot of coming together of different genres, which I enjoy a lot.
Awesome. And I think we kind of picked it up there, but can you guys each say your roles, what you are in the band?
Yeah, I'm singer and sometimes play piano and guitar, not so well.
Yeah, I play the bass.
Guitar.
Drums.
Awesome. Full house.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, real quick, we're missing our other guitarist. His name is Satchel, but he is not here. We don't know where he is.
Okay. So you guys came out on top during this year's Battle of the Bands. Can you tell us more about that experience? Whether Bacchanal was a big goal for you? What was that whole process like?
Handing it to the freshmen first.
Yeah, so I knew that I'm the only freshman in the band. The rest of them are seniors. And so I knew I wanted to make the Unks proud. And I wanted them to have none of them have ever played Bacchanal, if I'm correct. And so I wanted to help ensure that they were able to be on the big stage for the last hurrah. And so it was fun, doing my best and playing as good as I could for the band. And I'm really happy that they got the opportunity.
Yeah, I think we found out that we were playing Battle of the Bands probably a week before it happened. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, super excited that we won.
Yeah, I guess I really didn't have any plans to play in Bacchanal before senior year. I really hadn't thought about it. And then when the opportunity came up, I was just excited. Yeah, that's about it.
What was your experience once you actually got on the Bacchanal stage, and then afterwards, maybe a few minutes leading up to it? Can you describe what that was like for you?
Yeah, I would say for me, definitely biggest stage that we've ever played. So seeing all the big speakers and being able to look out over the whole campus is super cool. And then when it came to the actual performance, they kind of all walked on stage, and we had this thing where Carlos went up and was like, "We don't know where the singer is. We're just gonna start playing."
Right.
And I'm obviously hiding in crouching in the tent, trying not to be seen in the back. But it was kind of cool to wait as everything got quiet and then hear that first hit of the music and just run out and see the crowd. So it was pretty surreal. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything to add. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really dope.
Very cool.
That's amazing.
It was freezing. Soundcheck was crazy.
Yeah, we were. He was in a dress shirt.
Yeah.
I just see Murat shivering.
I went to get a sweater.
Afterwards, were you guys on a high, or what did that feel like once you concluded playing?
I was pretty exhausted. I think we kind of sat in the green room for a while, and then I personally, after we ate, I went home and took a 3-hour nap.
Right. Yeah.
For me, it was an early wake up because we decided everybody except for Murat, because he was up to other things. We all decided to get breakfast at Tom's in the morning, and so we all went. It was pretty early wake up. I had things the night before, so we got to do it for the team brunch, and then we went in, and then after sound check, I was super tired. I was dying. But then once like the first of the show, like back awake, and then the rest of the day happened. So. Yeah.
Do you guys have any like pre-show rituals that you guys do? Or fun bonding things when you're practicing?
We're all pretty quiet before the show starts, I would say. We all kind of like take our own corner and get in the zone. I would say a good amount of caffeine for me, like water, get the vocals ready. It's definitely like it's a workout, at least for me, like jumping all over the place and things like that. Trying to get the crowd engaged. So just honestly trying to rest and like be in a place to do all of that well. I don't know about you guys, if there's any rituals I've missed.
Just lots of water. Water is very important. I play bad when I'm thirsty, so
drink water.
Awesome. With that, in terms of like energy and getting the crowd going, what's some things you come in with and like how you want to get everybody engaged and excited?
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is everyone to some extent. I mean, I'll get to that in a sec. I think for me personally, it's really about like being crazy and jumping around all over the place. People respond to energy. So the energy you put out is, if you sing really loud and say like sing with me, people are going to sing with you. And I think we realize like we're not Coldplay. It's not like everyone knows the words to every song. So like we like to make it simple. Like people can clap along, people can sing something that's repetitive. And so just getting them to engage with whatever the message is super important. For energy though, like I think it's really crowd dependent. Like Bacchanal crowd was very different than like an ADP crowd or like a postscript crowd. So you kind of got to like read the room and respond to that too. And I think that also goes musically. Like if Guy's doing something and people are like reacting to a solo in a really crazy way, like we're going to give him more time. Or like if Murat's like playing something that's like super low key, but people are really grooving with it and it's more of that sort of chill vibe, we'll do that. Or like, I think Carlos, actually you do this a lot, or we have a lot of like eye contact, I would say, where we're kind of building, because the energy really comes from the drums in terms of like loudness and that sort of thing. So I think Carlos does a really good job of kind of reading like when we need to build that momentum as well.
Going off of that, I guess I'm curious what your favorite part of being in the band is, and then something that makes being an artist important to you, especially like being in New York City and at Columbia, everything like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess speaking on Leo and his like performance, it's very helpful for me because I don't think that I'm that expressive when I'm on stage. I'm usually in the back and very calm. Mm-hmm. I usually choose a stool when I can sit on a stool, but I didn't do that during Bacchanal for obvious reasons. And yeah, I'll give it.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is playing live for sure. Our live shows are something else. I mean, Bacchanal was a lot of fun, but every time we play live, whether it be at some club downtown or at a frat party, it's always a really good time. And then getting to write music with friends is the best.
I think for me, my favorite part of this music specifically is how dynamic it is. There's a lot of dynamic range, and that allows for kind of a lot of different ways of playing songs. And so it's fun to kind of play a song where it's very quiet and low key, and then suddenly it becomes loud, and there's a lot of room. So I enjoy that for sure.
Yeah. Do you want to add something onto that?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I would say I agree with these guys. Really playing the songs live is like, I think what this band is meant to do. We have so much fun and like we love a crowd. The songs kind of are recorded and like we like how we record them when we put them out, but it's a different level when we put it out in the world, like physically in front of people.
For sure. I can imagine that must feel like great too, to have people interacting with your music while you're performing it. Besides like Bacchanal, do you have a favorite performance that you've done together?
Yeah, I think a few, and I think it's different for each of us. Like we've talked about it on in some other interviews and stuff. For me, I really liked. We played a show at ADP, like the house, last semester at Coffee
I saw
House
that.
Jam. Yeah,
it's very good.
This was actually it was like our first time there, and that was I think the first show where like we really kind of let loose. And so that's just a fun venue to play, and we have tons of fun. I don't think Carlos has actually been in there yet, so we're trying to set something up there again so he can get that experience. Yeah, but those shows are really fun, and it's a good crowd that comes out.
Yeah, I like this Christmas show that we did. at Signu, partially because we didn't even know where we were going to get the drums until 15 minutes before the show. So it was very last minute. We didn't plan anything. And we played for like 3 hours. So that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Murat on that one. We rehearsed like nothing before the set. We were just told that it was vaguely Christmas themed, and we played vaguely Christmas music for 3 hours, with a lot of different, covers and some of our own songs. But that was a really fun show.
My favorite one is pianos. I think that was my first show with this band, and it was fun because I hadn't played this music live, and that's when I kind of realized that like this music is very live, performance oriented, and so I kind of saw that. It was fun to do. It's fun to have that experience like for the first time.
What about like a dream future venue? Do you have one, or future Columbia event to play at?
That's a good question. Columbia specific, you would say?
Anything.
I would love if this group toured. That's like my crazy dream. So I'm gonna put that out there. But
I can't think of any venues off the top of my head. Maybe Ornithology. It's this jazz bar, but I don't know how that would work or anything that would work. I just think that it's a cool place.
Yeah, I agree with Leo. Touring would be the dream.
Any other festival? I think I love festivals, and so it'd be cool to play at another
Chicago
one.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take MSG though if that's
Of
available
course,
as well.
of course. They're ready for you. It seems like spontaneity is like a big thing for you guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. For you though, coming in as a freshman, what is that like coming in with all these seniors who maybe have a bit more years on them?
I mean, it's fun. I have experience playing with people older than me. Like, especially in high school, I played with older kids sometimes. But it's fun. I think like I enjoy coming into this as somebody who hasn't been there since the start was interesting because I kind of had to learn the vibe of like kind of what this band means. And so I enjoyed that experience. I love playing live, and so it was fun to be in a group that enjoys playing live and doesn't just enjoy recording. Like I like recording, but playing live is like what I really, really enjoy. And so I think honestly, I was able to integrate pretty quickly. I mean, these guys can speak otherwise if that's the case. But yeah, it's been fun, and it's a good thing to have a solid band like right into college, because I've played in a band throughout high school, and so it's nice to kind of be back in that kind of vibe.
Awesome. And follow up, what does this band mean?
What do you mean?
You said what this band means in your answer, so is
Well,
there like
I think in terms of like what the music, of course it's oriented to be live. There's a lot of like this music has a lot of personality, and so learning that personality and coming to know like what my role in this is. And so I thought that was like, originally I came in as like I thought I was just like a session drummer for this album, but then I realized like, oh, I have to kind of learn like the ropes of like these people as well, and like kind of integrate myself into this band rather than just being somebody who's like coming in as a guest or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah.
That's an awesome dynamic. And then, so you have recently released a lyric video for your latest single, Do It Again. And so how involved are you guys in terms of like the creative process and bringing together songs through a visual aspect?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a growing process for us, honestly. I think it's something that I've thought about a lot, because I think like the way people consume music now is so visual. People like to see things. People like to see personality kind of come out. That was actually a really cool shoot. I just had a friend who I was on spring break in LA, and he kind of runs like sort of a production company, and like he's a student at Chapman and makes a lot of like really high quality documentaries. And I was like, oh, have you ever done a music video? And he's like, no, but I need to, so I'll do one for you, right? And we kind of put that together, and we have like a separate music video also coming out from that shoot, which will be really cool. But yeah, I think like for us, honestly, as it pertains to all of us, I think it's really about, for example, with Bacchanal, like we wanted to capture that experience live and like, get photos, get videos, because I think it's cool for people to engage with that and see what our vibe is. And it sort of enriches the music that you hear on your phone a lot more.
Absolutely, yeah. Do you guys enjoy getting to work with other creatives who are also students? It seems like it's a very collaborative process in that sense.
I would say totally, yeah. I mean, there's such a community around it here, and what I really like is like it's not competitive. Like if there's a show and there's an opportunity to play, people reach out to you. We reach out to our friends to open or play on bills with us. Like I don't know if you guys have thoughts, but that's kind of how we met Carlos.
Yeah, I think it provides a really interesting medium because, like, everybody's doing a different major, everybody has different like academic focuses, but kind of music brings people together in a different way in a more kind of social context that kind of provides a different dialogue. And so I think it's a nice way to meet people in a in a in a in a in a realm that's like that's able you're able to kind of meet people in a non-academic realm, which helps a lot just with like meeting people in a social like realm rather than in an academic one.
What date? I just want to know for my own personal enjoyment, but what date do you think that next video is going to come out?
We'll have to see.
Oh, cliffhanger. I guess I'm curious too to hear about when you're doing a song with like lyrics and everything like that. What's that process like for you guys? Is it collaborative? Do you write the lyrics and then kind of share them with people? How does that work?
Yeah, I think at least thus far, I've written most of the lyrics. I think it often starts with me coming up with some kind of voice memo, and it's like me at a piano, like literally just like plunking something out, or maybe at a guitar, which is worse for them because they're like, "Oh my god, you really don't know how to play guitar, Leo." Often that's me sending it to Gui, like, "How would we make this sound good?" But yeah, I think it starts there, and then it kind of gets sent around. And often, like, we'll have a session or like rehearsal, so we'll come somewhere and like Murat will try out a bass line and we'll see what kind of different things work. Like I think our rehearsal for Bacchanal, we ended early, or we were like, this, we're not going to be able to be more ready than we are, just because we've played all those songs a lot. So we just started jamming on some idea I had, and he was messing around with different things. Carlos was trying different stuff. And I think when we go from like voice memo, small song idea to like really conceptual, full song, that's when it really becomes a collaborative process, because we're all bringing, it's sort of like 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 = 70, right? Yeah. Like where everyone brings their own vibe, and I think it really enhances the music. I don't know if you have thoughts, Guy.
Yeah, I think definitely usually starts with, Leo will bring in some lyrics, and then for a lot of the songs, what'll happen is we'll get together in this room in the studio, and then from like, a small voice memo, we'll just jam on the song and see where it kind of takes us. And then also a lot of the times, like, we'll play songs that are not released yet live, and then the way that those performances go will inform decisions on the recording. So I know in particular one of the songs that's not out yet on the upcoming album, we recorded a version of it, and then we started playing it live a lot, and we liked how it sounded live better than the original recording, and so we went back and redid the whole thing to better reflect that. And so it's a very organic sort of process.
Would you guys consider doing music professionally? I know you talked about wanting to go on tour, but you're also all in school for different things. Is that something that's in the back of your mind?
I would say the door is 100% open. Yeah, at least on my end.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
It's still early.
Yeah,
it's still
it's
early.
early.
You have time.
You do have time. Okay, last final question. Where can we check out the Fleok's music? Any updates? I've heard a few things are up and coming.
Yeah, so we're the Fleok on everything. The Fleok on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Deezer is one of them. There's like wherever you listen. Tidal, yeah, Tidal. Tidal if you want high fidelity. And yeah, I mean, we have some exciting stuff coming out. We have an album soon. We don't have an announcement on that, so I won't say too much more than that, but that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. So we're excited for that, and we'll have some release celebrations and things like that around campus. So hope you all come out.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
We
Great
loved having
answers.
you.
Take care, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.